You are stepping into your greatest season. You thought it passed you by. You thought that it was worth giving up on. You thought that it would never happen. But it's something about you that has the inkling of an inkling of an inkling of a knowing. Even as chaotic as things get, there is something in you that is holding on to this promise in your belly, in your soul. Like you just know, even if can't nobody else see it, even if don't nobody else understand, you just know that you know that you know that you know. My love, that is called hope, but that's also called, that's your calling. That's your guiding light. That is the reason you're here. The thing that only you can birth into the world. You ever get this, hear me out. You ever get this feeling, listen. You ever get this feeling that when you're outside or you're moving through life and then you see an idea of something that you were like, man, I wanted to create that. Listen to this. Even if someone created it, they do not have the genius that you have to make it revolutionary. In fact, you can probably thank them for doing the work. Somebody said, well, if you sit on that idea, then God finna pass it on to somebody else. They finna birth it into the world. It's gonna pass on to somebody else. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of somebody taking my idea. Why? Because they can't. Do they have my lived experiences? Do they have my genius? Do they have my parents? Do they have my bloodline? Do they have my genes? Do they have my education? Do they have my exact, like every moment that I've lived through? Do they have my traumas? If somebody creates an idea that you have, and they birth it into the world, understand this, they do not have your traumas. Therefore, they do not have your insight. So it is quite literally impossible for someone to steal your idea. The only thing that is stolen is what you steal from yourself by not betting on yourself and giving yourself a chance to get out there. And sometimes getting out there means stopping and taking time to heal. That is the best gift. That is the best take you could ever engage in. Taking the opportunity, taking the time. And then you can birth your genius in the world because you're healed now or on a journey of healing. So you understand things, you can see things, you can give yourself grace, you can talk yourself through tough moments, you can talk yourself through the disbelief, you can talk yourself through the lack of self-trust. That's what you need. You don't need all this other stuff. You don't need 90% of the things that you have, you don't need. You think you do, but they're just pacifying a wound. You just need to heal and give yourself some grace. Pause, go for a walk, go in nature, relax, schedule time to rest. Don't skip rest for work because it compromises the work. You need rest. You need quality rest. And how do we get rest? We build it in. We build and we plan rest. We build and we plan rest. What does that look like? That looks like building and planning financial structure so that you can afford the time to rest. Sometimes going with the grain is easier than going against it, or going with it to understand it, and then going against it once you understand what the game is. If you can master the game, then you can break the rules, but you can't quite break the rules until you know what the game is. Otherwise, you're just not playing the game. You just doing who knows what. You playing spades and we got Uno cards. Or you're trying to play Uno and you got, a deck of regular playing cards. You don't have the specials, the reverse, the draw 2, draw 1. You don't have the wild cards. You don't have any of those things. And it makes no sense. It literally makes no sense to no one. But most importantly, it doesn't make sense to the laws of the universe, the laws of God, the laws of the land, the actual laws of the place that you live. It's just not how it works. How we want it to be, how it is, and this is funny. How it should be, how we want it to be, and the way it is. We gotta live in the way it is. So that's annoying. But it's true. It's so funny. Our parents tell us quotes and random things all the time, and it's funny how in moments of aging or moments of growing, it all comes together. So That's my scripture wall on the wall, by the way. People say, oh, that's really nice. You got a nice wall. I handwrite scriptures. So, I love you. Time to go study. Take care. And remember, can't nobody steal your idea. You special. Go check out this next video. And if that doesn't resonate with you, go to the page, click on the little profile, go to the page, scroll through and find the video that is for you. How do you know it's for you? When you scroll through and one hits you like, oh, I wonder what that is. That's probably for you, because I am praying that God uses me as a vessel to reach people who either are like me or could benefit from my voice. Let me drink some water. But I love you. See you in the next video. Bye, sweetie. You got this.